We don't know where she is. We don't know where she was going. And we don't know what happened to her.
This was the first case that really took on a life of its own on the internet.
Guy grabbed her and killed her.
It makes you think that this is a serial killer.
I think Maura found out she was pregnant.
I'd like to think maybe she escaped.
College student Maura Murray emails her professors. She says there was a death in her family. But it's a lie.
On a dark, freezing night in February 2004, a car is found crashed on a sharp curve in the White Mountains. The airbags are deployed. The doors are locked. Her belongings are still inside, but the driver is gone.
I asked her how she was. She said she was shaken up. I couldn't see any blood on her face. And she was shaking like this. I says, okay, I'm going to go call the police.
Not hours later, not the next morning, within minutes, she was gone. A witness spoke to her. Police arrived shortly after. And in that small window of time, Maura Murray vanished. No footprints, no struggle, no trace.
This is the one encounter that we know of that Maura Murray actually has with someone up there in New Hampshire. She says she's already called AAA. Well, this is a remarkably remote area of New Hampshire.
Just a silent stretch of road and a timeline. That doesn't make sense, because whatever happened out there happened fast. And someone, somewhere, knows exactly how.
What happened after that remains unknown.
The first responding officer did notice some peculiar things at the scene where the Saturn was found, such as a rag in the tailpipe. There was some red liquid, which may have indicated that she was drinking. And there was a cracked windshield, and both airbags were deployed.
And this is the open file. Before the crash, before the mystery, there was a life that looked stable from the outside. Maura Murray was 21 years old, a nursing student, disciplined, athletic, focused. She had been accepted into West Point, one of the most competitive institutions in the country.
An honor student. She scored a 1420 on her SATs.
The 5 top-ranking students in the senior class, Maura Murray.
That alone tells you something about her. Structure, intelligence, drive. But she left after 3 semesters. Not because she failed, but because something didn't fit.
She was always cracking jokes, making fun of my parents, which was hilarious.
She transferred to UMass Amherst, started over, rebuilt, and by most accounts, she was doing well. But that's where the contradictions begin, because the version of Maura people describe doesn't fully match the decisions she started making. And those decisions start to stack up quickly.
We were in New Hampshire so much, at least 4 times a year.
About 4:30 is the last known phone call that Maura made, and it was a call to check her voice.
Just months before she disappeared, Maura was caught using a stolen credit card number, not once, multiple times. This wasn't a misunderstanding. It wasn't accidental. It was deliberate, and it led to legal consequences. For someone like her, that matters, because this wasn't just a mistake. It was a fracture in the identity she had built. And then, days before she vanished, something else happened. While working her campus job, she broke down, completely, unresponsive, crying, unable to function. When asked what was wrong, she said only 2 words: "My sister." That's it. No explanation, no follow-up, just a moment.
Everything that was found in a car was indicative of her just trying to get away and clear her head, although I can't be for sure because I don't know why.
That didn't get resolved. And that matters, because unresolved moments don't disappear, they carry forward. Then the timeline tightens. February 8th, the night before she disappears. Maura crashes her father's car late at night after a gathering.
I mean, if she were on foot up there, even on that dark road, nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, no one to call for help.
No sobriety test is given, no immediate consequences, but the damage is done.
From 4:30 to 7:30, there was no activity on her phone, and we're not really sure what happened during that time.
Another incident, another layer of pressure. And then, the next morning, everything changes, because this is where her actions stop looking reactive and start looking intentional. February 9th, 2004, Maura wakes up and begins preparing to leave. Not casually, not impulsively, systematically. She searches directions to Vermont. She looks into rentals. In New Hampshire, she emails her professors and she tells them there's been a death in her family. There wasn't. That's not a small lie. That's a deliberate exit, because that email does one thing. It buys her time. A full week. No questions. No expectations. Which raises a problem. If this was just a break, why lie?
Sends an email to her professors, says there's been a death in the family, when in fact, that's not true. She packs up her room. She gets into her car. She has a number of belongings with her. She heads to an ATM. She withdraws most of her money that was in the account out.
And then her actions escalate. She withdraws nearly all the money in her account. $280. Not some of it, almost all of it. She buys alcohol, multiple types, wine, vodka, liqueur. Not random purchases, intentional ones. And then, her dorm room, partially packed, boxes, items organized, not abandoned, prepared. This doesn't look like a short trip. It looks deliberate.
Your mind starts to go and think of all the reasons why it could be and how you missed it.
Some alcohol that she had purchased. So not all of the alcohol, but at least some of the alcohol.
By the afternoon, she's gone, driving north, alone. No one knows where she's going. No one is expecting her. And that matters, because whatever happens next, she's isolated. No safety net, no witnesses. Just a car moving deeper into a place where help is limited and daylight is fading.
It doesn't make sense. How does Maura Murray just disappear?
Around 7 p.m. on Route 112, everything stops. A sharp curve, a loss of control, a collision with a snowbank. Her car spins, airbags deploy, windshield cracks, and just like that, her plan, whatever it was, is interrupted. And this is where everything breaks.
Unlayering and unfolding, and just before you know it, you're like down the rabbit hole.
The mystery within the mystery is, why was she heading up there in the first place?
Because minutes later, a man named Butch Atwood drives by. He sees her, standing outside the car, alive, conscious, not visibly injured. He offers help, offers to call police, and she refuses, not casually, firmly. She says she's already called AAA, but that's impossible. There's no cell service, so why say that? And more importantly, why avoid police?
I spoke with one witness that actually talked to Maura Murray that night at the accident scene. That witness says that Maura appeared a bit shook up, but she did not appear intoxicated.
Atwood leaves. He drives a short distance home, calls 911, and within minutes, police arrive. This entire window, from last contact to police arrival, is roughly 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. And when police get there, the car is still there. Her phone, her wallet, her keys, everything you would take is left behind. But Maura is gone.
So this is it. This is the exact spot where Maura crashed her Saturn. Miles away from any town, in the freezing cold, with no cell service.
This is where the case breaks, because investigators look for the simplest explanation. She walked into the woods, except there are no footprints, none. Fresh snow, clear conditions, and nothing leading away from the car. So that creates a problem, because if she didn't go into the woods, then she stayed on the road. And if she stayed on the road, then someone could have picked her up. The next morning, search teams arrive, dogs, helicopters, ground units. They find one thing, a scent trail. It moves away from the car, about 100 feet, and then it stops, not fades, stops, right on the road. And that detail matters more than anything else, because scent doesn't just disappear unless the person leaves the ground, which means a vehicle. This is the theory that fits the evidence. A short window, a vulnerable person, a passing car. Someone stops, offers help, and she gets in, either willingly or not. And from that moment forward, she's no longer in control.
Scent dogs followed Maura's scent about 100 meters down the road, and then her scent disappeared in the middle of the road.
The timeline supports it. The scent supports it. The lack of footprints supports it. But there's a problem. No witnesses, no confirmed vehicles, no evidence, just possibility.
We've been going through the woods and we're just looking for somebody just to come out and say something.
We're also asking the public who may have driven by the scene of the accident that night to please give us a call if someone saw her and gave her a ride, because it would give us a better last known area where she was.
Then there's the other side, that this was planned, that everything leading up to this was intentional. The email, the money, the packing, all of it points towards someone trying to disappear, start over, reset. And the crash was just an interruption, a complication. So she adapts, gets a ride, continues, and vanishes on her own terms. But this creates another problem, because people who disappear voluntarily leave traces, money moves, accounts get used, someone sees something, and in over 20 years, there has been nothing. The simplest explanation is that she panicked, ran, got lost, succumbed to the cold. But again, the evidence doesn't support it. No tracks, no remains, no trace. Extensive searches over years have found nothing. And that's not typical.
Police finish another day in the search for Maura Murray with more questions than answers.
2 days.
10 days.
1 year.
8 years.
10 years.
15 years.
Almost 20 years later.
Because environments like that eventually give something back. Every theory works until it doesn't. And the problem is, they don't fail in the same place. More than 20 years later, the case is still open, still active, still unresolved. Investigators are using new technology, ground scans, data analysis, re-examined evidence. Tips still come in regularly because cases like this don't disappear, they wait.
The family has gone through one waiting game after another. We're going on 20 years now of waiting for them to figure out where Maura Murray is. So in 2021, human remains are found in New Hampshire, in an area around Loon Mountain. And so once again, there's hope on the family's part that maybe these remains will bring some answers.
Because something happened on that road in a window of minutes. That changed everything. Not randomly, not accidentally, but through a decision, a moment, a choice. And choices leave patterns. Even when the person behind them disappears, all of it comes back to one thing. Those 10 minutes, the car was found, the timeline was built, the search was done, but the answer never came with it.
If somebody comes forward seeing this,
Right.
that would be what it takes.
Right.
Somebody that nobody knows about.
Right. Somebody knows something.
And
There's no doubt about it.
And they've been afraid to come out for their personal safety. But now that this has reached the level that it has, maybe they'll be a little less reluctant to remain in the shadows.
I think this is all just beginning. I think there's going to be a lot of information. I think you guys are going to get a lot of answers.
Well, it's a direct response to you folks working on the case, and we'll be forever in your debt for it. Something good's going to happen, and I believe it. And not just because I have to believe it, but I do believe it. This is a break we've been looking for 13 years. Maura knows that we're pulling out all the stops. Come on, kid. We'll find you.
Which means it still exists, somewhere, with someone. Because disappearances like this don't resolve themselves. They point somewhere, to a person, to a moment, to a reason. That still hasn't been uncovered.